welcome to Radio Bravery Live. I've got a whole new set, and we're going to give you a quick little, we'll get out of the way so you can check it all out. We've got the real classical liberal, Albert Einstein, America. The pine cone represents the pineal gland, which is the most important gland in the human body. This represents creativity, thought, individuality, independence, freedom, and liberty. We've got the Christmas tree representing Christmas and the American flag because we are America first here at Radio Bravery. And then this clock here has been in my family since 1952, the Belshaw family, and I'm your host, Justin Belshaw. This is Radio Bravery Live, and we are taking it to the next level every single day. We are going to be live every single day with news, fighting for liberty, justice, and freedom for all, because I love you, and I want to fight for you. And I'm very proud to be alive, I'm very proud to be an American, and I'm very, very proud to be alive in this Christmas season right now, the best season of the year, and in the most important time of the year, the most important year we've ever lived. This is an incredible time to be alive. We've got Gnarls Barkley bringing us in with a live version of Crazy, because you are not crazy and neither am I. We just knew too much. I am very, very excited today. I took my brain force, my super male vitality. I worked out. I feel incredible. And not to mention my survival shield X2 nascent iodine keeps me extremely focused and ready to go every day. I've been up since 6 a.m. researching. Tomorrow I'll be doing a live report entitled House Quarters, The War on Family, and it will be a very interesting one. It will be very informative and educational as always, because knowledge is power here at Radio Bravery Live. Again, I'm your host, Justin Belshaw, youtube.com/RadioBravery, facebook.com/RadioBravery, and I don't think you're crazy. I think you might just know too much. Let's follow the headlines. So firstly, I am going to cover the Alabama election results that happened yesterday, as Doug Jones took the seat there in Alabama, the Senate seat that was open because of Luther Strange lost the re-election there for the primaries, so Roy Moore got it. Unfortunately, we had a stupid candidate against a stupid candidate, and Roy Moore was not the right guy to run. It should have been Luther Strange, as Matt Drudge tweeted out. Luther Strange would have won if he was running, a conservative, incredibly intelligent black man, black American. Let's go into the numbers right here. So this is at about 12:30 last night. This is the numbers. I haven't fully checked the exact numbers now, but I'm sure it's somewhere about this, because there was about 95% of the vote reported at that time. Roy Moore got 48.4% of the vote, and Doug Jones got 49.9% of the vote. We have a very odd thing going on, considering in the general election last year, we had Donald Trump getting 1.3 million votes in the state of Alabama, and Hillary Clinton getting 750,000 votes. But I looked up at the AlabamaVotes.gov or something like that was the website. You can find it yourself very easy. Just look up registered voters in Alabama, and you'll come up with the Alabama state website that tells you the actual number of registered voters. And just so you know that this is not fake news here at Radio Bravery, we always have very well-researched information before I actually bring it to you. Unlike CNN, who said yesterday that they've got to just guess and check and have errors to actually get you the truth. No, we've got the numbers right here, as you can see. This is the total active and inactive voters in all the counties of Georgia, and that is 3,326,812 registered voters, okay? So now that I showed you that, I'll go out of this display capture here, and what I want to do is show you how that's 3,326,812 registered voters in Alabama. Now, the votes for Doug Jones were 671,151. That's just an estimate. And then the Roy Moore estimated votes are 650,436. And then there are total write-ins of 22,819. That makes a total of 1,344,406 votes. And if you know how to do simple math, folks, it's not that hard. You subtract 1,344,406 from the total registered voters, 3,326,812, and you come up with the number 1,982,406 votes missing. So, incredibly enough, if you look at all the mainstream media headlines, they say it was an incredible voter turnout for Alabama. Really? Because it seems like there's almost 2 million votes missing. This is an incredible show of voter fraud. I'm not saying for a fact it is voter fraud, but it sure is looking like it from a layman's perspective here. So we'll continue to cover that as Roy Moore has not conceded, and this is a very, very, very intriguing campaign. And again, I wish we did not have to pay attention to the stupid Alabama Senate race, but we do, folks, because fraud happens every single day, and we have to watch the watchers, okay? Someone's got to do it, and that's why we are here at Radio Bravery Live. So I'll continue to cover that as it unfolds. But I've heard from Roger Stone that from insiders in the Democratic Party that if Roy Moore were to have won the election, that they already had background information on fraudulent taxes or something like that, tax fraud or tax evasion, that they were going to de-seat him if he was elected. So either way, it's basically Alabama was a lose-lose, but that's a red state, and it has, I don't know when it's ever gone to a blue candidate, but apparently it did now. And unfortunately for the deep state and for the alt-left, I'm sure that Alabama is not going to stand for that for too long. So we'll see how that continues to unfold in Alabama as we go. Very, 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 very intriguing. So let's go, and I'm going to jump to a Infowars.com article right now, because they are the front line in real news right now. Almost over 80 million listeners a week to the Alex Jones Show, not to mention even the traffic that they get at Infowars and Newswars.com. But here is a bombshell: evidence of CIA role in forging Obama's birth certificate. Totally shocked. This is my shock face. I don't know if you know, but I've covered this for over 4 years on Radio Bravery Live. Government computers illegally hacked Hawaii Department of Health. Uh-oh. Looks like more and more and more and more and more and more keeps coming out against the non-liberal, non-progressive left. Washington, D.C. correspondent Jerome Corsi, who is a senior investigator, senior reporter and journalist, who used to work for WorldNet Daily and now is an Infowars.com editor and journalist and investigator, wrote this article out of Washington, D.C., the new D.C. headquarters for Infowars.com, because thanks to all the listeners and independent supporters for true independent media that's not a 501c3 and doesn't get taxpayer money like Jeff Bezos, Infowars.com now has a D.C. studio, a London studio, they're making a Chicago studio, and they have a New York studio, and not to mention the home base in Austin, Texas. So you see incredible growth there in real news, and it's not because Alex Jones is a liar, it's because he can't quit being proven correct. And that is why they have 80+ million listeners a week. So, Infowars.com has learned from former Maricopa County Sheriff Joe Arpaio's investigators had discovered bombshell evidence that the CIA or other government entities illegally hacked into the Hawaii Department of Health records searching for birth records on Barack Obama. Wow! According to the information received by the investigators, the government breaches began on November 14th, 2008, just after Obama won his first presidential election, and continued until January 12th, 2011. That's 3 years, 3 months before the White House released a computer version of what President Obama claimed to be his authentic long-form birth certificate from 1961. So this hacking going on from the government right after he won the election, all the way up until 3 months before they actually released the birth certificate, they were hacking the Hawaii Department of Health that entire time. Just up until 3 months before the birth certificate was actually released. The birth certificate. Michael Zullo, formerly the commander-in-chief investigator of the Cold Case Posse, which is an extremely well-sourced, well-versed, and historically accurate group of law enforcement agents. It's basically like what's it called? I can't think of the TV show Cold Case or some stupid thing like that. That's the fake one. This is the real guy who actually opens cold cases and closes them. Cold Case Posse. He was the chief investigator and commander of the Cold Case Posse, a special investigative group created in 2006 in the office of Joe Arpaio, formerly sheriff of Maricopa County, an Arizona state certified law enforcement agency headquartered in Phoenix, Arizona. Provided Infowars.com sections of an electronic surveillance database created by whistleblower Dennis Montgomery in 2013. The electronic surveillance database provided to Zullo in late 2013 by then confidential informant Dennis Montgomery, working with the sheriff's office, was apparently created by the NSA as part of the NSA's illegal and unconstitutional Project Dragnet electronic surveillance of U.S. citizens, first revealed by news reports published in 2005, as further documented then later by the revelations of whistleblower Edward Snowden in 2013. As Infowars.com reported in June, the decision of a federal court to take the case to former contractor Dennis Montgomery advances the story. Infowars.com reported in March that the National Security Agency illegally conducted surveillance of potentially millions of citizens for years with a database that suggests both Donald J. Trump and Alex Jones were under unauthorized government monitoring. Represented by well-known conservative attorney Larry Klayman, Montgomery ultimately turned over to the FBI 47 hard drives, including information he supplied to Zullo concerning Obama's fraudulent birth certificate and highly classified information he had removed from the NSA. As reported by Circa, now June 6, 2017, Montgomery divulged to the FBI a pattern of practice in conducting illegal, unconstitutional surveillance against millions of Americans, including prominent Americans such as Chief Justice of Supreme Court, other justices, 156 judges, prominent businessmen, and others such as Donald J. Trump, as well as plaintiffs themselves. Montgomery and Klayman are now involved in a federal lawsuit that Circa reported is being heard in U.S. District Court by the same federal judge who has already ruled that some of the NSA's collection data on Americans violates U.S. Constitution's Fourth Amendment, setting up an intriguing legal proceeding in the nation's capital this summer. On December 15th, 2016, Arpaio and Zullo held a press conference releasing the results of a multi-year forensic investigation, concluding the computer image that Barack Obama released on April 27, 2011 of his long-form birth certificate was a forgery. The evidence Arpaio and Zullo have now released to Infowars.com strongly suggests the CIA has played a role in the forgery. CIA breaches Hawaii government computers in Obama birth certificate quest. Sheriff Arpaio and Chief Investigator Zullo have identified in the database the following breaches of known Hawaii government IP Internet Protocol address accessed by known CIA IP addresses that were used in the breaches. IP addresses are being withheld due to security concerns at this time, but you can see the dates and the times that the IP addresses accessed the Hawaii Government Department of Health vital records. So there's 11/14/2008 at 3:13 Pacific time, Hawaii Government Department of Health vital records. Then you have July 3rd, 2009 at 5:12 Pacific Standard Time, Hawaii Government Department of Health archives. Then you have again on September 3rd, 2009, December 13th, 2009, November 17th, 2010, November 22nd, 2010, December 22nd, 2010, January 13th, 2011 was the last time that the government was monitored hacking into the Hawaii Government Office of the Governor. Incredible. This is incredible breaking news, bombshell evidence. The CIA has played a role in forging Obama's fake birth certificate. Now, I urge you to go over to this article at Infowars.com yourself and do your own research. Please, I beggeth thee, I beg you, do your own research and think for yourself. Don't believe what everyone has already told you. Look at the evidence, because this article goes down. Oh my gosh. Here, I'm gonna pull up a display capture just so you can see how I don't have the time to cover this live on air, this entire article, because Jerome Corsi is an incredible investigative reporter who is constantly breaking news, and this guy is so in depth with his research. Just look at this article. Bombshell evidence of CIA role in forging Obama's birth certificate. Look at how long this article goes, folks. I don't have time to cover this all on air, but I want you as a citizen journalist and as a free-thinking American to go do your own research. Zullo discounted Abercrombie's 2011 claim. Look at how long. Look at the depth of Jerome Corsi's research. He's been working on this for years. Look at the depth of this. This in Zullo's analysis was Obama's final mistake. 2016 proof Obama's long-form computer-generated birth certificate was forged. Look at how long this article is, folks. There is so much evidence in here, and there are many links as well to different websites and evidence that you can check for yourself. Go to the article at Infowars.com or Newswars.com, as it is breaking as we speak. Now, let's go ahead and get out of this display capture, and we'll move to the next article on our agenda. This is let's see. This is also from the Alex Jones show. This is a clip of Alex Jones talking about how apparently Bill O'Reilly has gone on air now and said that he holds a recording in his possession. He's in the possession of Bill O'Reilly on Fox News is in possession of a recording that has Democrats on tape bribing a woman to lie about Donald Trump. Wow, this is incredibly breaking news. This is incredible. Let's go ahead and I'm going to pull up the display capture again, and we'll play this video for you right now from the Alex Jones show.
Christmas week, starting on the 11th, running right through to the sun, through marketing, something the globalists want the only control of. They want the purview of that. So that's why. Starting on the 11th and running right.
All right, let's see here.
That's just using a few case point examples. This is exaggerated. But the last 5-6 years, we've all witnessed the open assault, not
where
these people are beyond racist. Because a racist is obsessed with a few different ethnic groups and thinks they're the best. These are people that are at war with reality. Reform article, universities strive for Christmas-free campuses.
We're still on the anti-Christmas stuff here. Let's see if we can find this.
And that on entrance forms.
Spot.
And are doing it in many areas. Being able to play White Christmas and say it's about snow on the ground, not about racism, idiot. And to play Bing Crosby. To do just these basic things that are sentimentality, that are basic American.
Believe that
against the globalists, that's defending families, that's defending the right to practice classical culture. They brought in all these 6-hour broadcasts with our victories against the globalists. Fellow info warriors, a lot of you might want to.
I think they may have, yeah, I think they linked the wrong clip here. Sorry about that. Let's see if we can find the clip real quick here on YouTube of Bill O'Reilly talking about the audio that he possesses. Okay, here is the clip of Bill O'Reilly right now.
An audio tape of an anti-Trump person offering $200,000 to a woman to accuse Donald Trump of untoward behavior.
So, you have talked to me about this. You've talked to me about this tape. You've talked to me about it privately as well, with additional information. Is this tape going to be released, or?
Well, I may have to go to the U.S. Attorney myself. I don't want to have to do that and inject myself into the story. But I had my lawyer listen to the tape. My attorney.
Right.
He listened to it. There are at least 3 crimes on the tape.
Folks.
So as a citizen, I may have to do this.
No evidence. Of course, like I've said the whole time, everyone always brings up Donald Trump. What about Donald Trump's sexual harassment? Where is the evidence? There is no evidence. There's never been any evidence. But now there's evidence of fraud, deceit, manipulation as they are trying to pay women to lie about Donald Trump.
Positive things,
incredible.
Not here, but around the world. And we're seeing Americana acting head. He endorsed Hillary Clinton. He's apologized and said deep state intelligence war on Trump was illegal and was wrong. And he's emerged from the shadows of the deep state to say that they should not have done it when he was president-elect, or when he was a candidate, or when he was the president, and that it was basically illegal and super ultra dangerous.
Realization about
you try to coup. Trump. You thought Trump would have dirt all over him, just like you guys do, and he didn't have any.
Here, let's do a display.
I mean, the guy tells you that we're torturing when it's secret and says he wants to do more of it. I don't even agree with that, but it's like, that's what you get with Trump. It's very refreshing. And we're going to crush ISIS. 11 months later, they're gone. They're defeated, except for rogue groups. You want the economy back? It's happening. So it's just insane how they are panicking, and even CNN admits, okay, he's the keeper of promises, but he's a naive idiot, because it's dumb what he's doing. It's dumb to defeat radical Islam, to try to block people that are unvetted coming in, to get the stock market, the economy back. Now it's 2 million new jobs. Now it's 3.5 growth rate. If the tax cuts go through, it's going to be 7 to 10% growth rates. I mean, that'll pay off the student loans. It'll be a boom town, folks. It'll be incredible. Turn the whole thing around. Because they were artificially suppressing it. So here's the giant issue you need to...
Here we go, Ray.
The globalists, obviously, if they are not stupid, no. So go ahead and try to play your hand, scum. But here's Bill O'Reilly on the Glenn Beck program.
I want to tell you one thing, though. I don't know if I have mentioned this on your program, but I predicted, and we discussed last week, that there's going to be a tremendous assault on President Trump coming.
Agree.
Probably come in January. Because he did get the tax reform passed, and the Democrats now say, well, we got to destroy him because he may get reelected. There is a tape, Beck, an audio tape of an anti-Trump person offering $200,000 to a woman to accuse Donald Trump of untoward behavior.
So, you have talked to me about this. Wow. You've talked to me about this tape. You've talked to me about it privately as well, with additional information. Is this tape going to be released, or
I may have to go to the U.S. Attorney myself. I don't want to have to do that and inject myself into the story, but I had my lawyer listen to the tape, my attorney.
Right.
He listened to it. There are at least 3 crimes on the tape. So as a citizen,
3 crimes.
I may have to do this.
I will tell you, Bill, that that's what the first thing that you say. You say, "Well, I'm trying to get it, so it could be released. It needs to be released." And you weren't talking about getting it for you to release it, but it had to be out there. And I think the first time I said to you, if they don't, you got to bring it to the U.S. Attorney.
I listen. Again, it's in the hands of someone who knows.
Let's stop right there. The full interview is posted in Paul Joseph Watson's article on newswars.com and infowars.com. But it's not just this tape.
There's the article right there from Paul Joseph Watson. Always evergreen, always breaking news. Thank you, Paul Joseph Watson. O'Reilly, huge fake sex assault claim against Trump coming in January. Infowars.com, newswars.com. Democrats set to go all in to kill Trump's re-election chances. They are pulling out all the stops to lie and manipulate you, folks, the American voter who put Donald Trump in office as our president. Do not stand for it. Do not stand by as you are lied to and manipulated by the fake news media. Now, we'll go to another headline here as we continue to follow the headlines. This is another one from Infowars.com. No joke. Al Green vows another Trump impeachment vote. I don't know if you remember, I played the other one and I just could not help but busting up laughing through the entire thing. Yeah, here we got the, I'm not even going to play it again. It is so hilarious. This pathetic nutbag, Al Green, who can't even sing, is doesn't even have any talent at all in his body, other than lying to the people and being an anti-American scumbag. Do you know what the definition of insanity, folks? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. No joke. Al Green vows another Trump impeachment vote as he was like 300 to 60. No one's going to impeach Trump, buddy. No one is going to follow you anywhere unless it's to hell and it's the rest of the alt-left. Then they might just do it. But less than a week after the House overwhelmingly rejected a resolution to impeach the president, Representative Al Green has vowed that the House would once again vote on whether to impeach Trump. There will be another vote to impeach the president. There will be another vote because I will not stand by and watch this country, the country that I love, and, well, actually I hate it, I guess, but be brought into shame and disrepute because of a person who is unfit to hold the office of president. You know, Donald Trump's unfit because he's a good man and he likes the country and he's brought 2.2 million new jobs back and unemployment's at a 17-year low. And you know, I'm Al Green, so you know what, everybody better just follow me, and then we're gonna go out and we're gonna impeach him. We're gonna try again. Shut up, Al Green. Go to bed, as Terrence Williams would say. Go to bed, Al Green. Go to bed. Go to bed, Al Green. We're tired of you. We're sick and tired of you, Al Green. Go to bed. Go to bed, okay? Green and other Democrats like Mad Maxine, the absolute nutcase. Absolutely. Maxine Water needs to be put into a mental institution. I am not even kidding. That is not even an exaggeration. That woman is insane. Insane. Green and other Democrats like Mad Maxine Waters have been adamant about impeaching Trump despite repeated rebuffs by Democratic Party leadership even not to pursue that path for fear of retribution in the 2018 midterms. That's okay, Al Green. Go for it. Just keep going for it, buddy, because you are going to lose your seat and you are going to fall on your face. And I'm ready to watch. I got popcorn in the back. I am ready to watch Al Green and the Democratic Party eat themselves alive. This is incredible. I'm sorry, I can't. This guy is such a loser. Oh my gosh, he should just go join ISIS or something, the head of Life's Losers. Oh my gosh, I cannot even. It's so incredible. Al Green, shut the hell up. Go to bed. Let's go to this article from the New York Post. Scourge of savage MS-13 spreads further into Nassau. This is, again, from the New York Post. And you are watching Radio Bravery live, by the way. On West Greenwich Avenue in Roosevelt, Long Island, the oak trees were just thick enough to hide Angel Solar's mutilated body. The 15-year-old boy had been stabbed to death with a machete and dumped in a wooded area bordering the Southern State Parkway by members of the vicious El Salvadorian gang MS-13. That stands for Multiple Sclerosis Retarded 13, if you didn't know. His family said he had been threatened by the gang in July, although it is still unclear why. Soler wasn't a suspected member of MS-13, and he was only 15 years old. He had actually fled his native Honduras more than 4 years earlier to escape gang violence. He went missing shortly after receiving threatening texts and then was found dead, stabbed to death by a machete on October 19th. This is so disgusting, and this is something that we need to stand up for. We need to stand up for the people who can't stand up for themselves. That's what this country is all about. Liberty and freedom for all, especially people fleeing actual gang violence. And then we have pieces of garbage like MS multiple stupid 13, multiple suspects 13, MS 13 killing a 15-year-old boy with a machete in our own country. This is our own backyard, and I am done with it. We need to arm ourselves, we need to carry knives and guns, and we need to arm ourselves, and we need to protect ourselves. And honestly, if an MS-13 member comes and threatens me with a machete, I will kill them. I will shoot them and I will kill them, because I will protect myself as a U.S. citizen and a free American, because that is what this country is about. Not having handouts, not needing the government to protect me. I will protect myself. And it is so unfortunate that a poor 15-year-old boy is being stabbed to death and dumped in a wooded area by a park in Long Island. This is so sad, and I'm sick and tired of standing for it. This is our country, and we are taking it back. And we are making this country great again, and let's kick MS-13 the hell out. If you're MS-13, this is my threat to you. Try it. You try it. You are done. You will not last with me. Not 1 second on the street, not in the ring, not anywhere. No, you will not threaten me as an American. I will not stand for it. You're not safe anyplace. Roosevelt resident Sybil Greenidge, 76 years old, recently lamented to the Post. Standing a few dozen feet from the area in Nassau County where Solar's body was found, the mouth of the woods is in her backyard. At the end of the dead-end street just beyond her son's basketball hoop, MS-13 members used a thick leafy area and a roar in the parkway as cover while they brutally murdered Solar, 15-year-old Solar. Greenidge never heard even a scream. While MS-13 has been operating in neighboring Suffolk County for the past decade, its increasing infiltration of Nassau is alarming authorities and terrifying residents more used to worrying about the traffic on the Long Island Expressway than gang warfare. Greenidge said, "Thank God I haven't been killed standing in the doorway of her home on a serene, tree-lined block of manicured lawns and two-story brick and stone houses. It's crazy something like this could happen so close to your house." Yeah, it's crazy and it's unacceptable. MS-13's motto is murder, rape, control. That's their motto. That's their motto. Makes me so angry. As a man and as an American, it makes me so angry. I just want to annihilate MS-13, just like Donald Trump is annihilating ISIS. And I'm sure he's working on it, as we have, border crossings are, I believe, 37% down since Donald Trump took office. But MS-13, you are going to be scourged from the earth. You just wait. You just wait, MS-13. You multiple sclerosis, stupid, pathetic, retarded, idiot, evil scum. You are dead. You are done, MS-13. You're going to be dead in the water so soon. You just wait. Because violence is not gonna happen over here. You try to commit a crime, you try to threaten people here in Oregon, you try to threaten people in places where they're not, where they don't, or where they actually protect themselves. Try to go to Texas and do that. Why don't you try that, you little cowardly scum? Ugh, it makes me so angry. These MS-13 are going to be blown off the face of the earth. You just wait. Just wait. Give it a year. We probably won't have any more of this crime anymore. Authorities consider it the world's most dangerous street gang at the moment, and its heavily tattooed, machete-wielding members easily live up to the hype. Murder, rape, control. Cowards, cowards, cowards. You're a bunch of cowardly, pathetic little children, and you're going to get wiped off the face of the earth. I swear to God. I'm getting a little heated on that one, so I'm going to move on to the next article. This is from Infowars.com as well. Facebook is now denying that their former VP claims it's destroying the fabric of society. Yeah, that's what an ex-head of Facebook, vice president of Facebook, has now said, that it is destroying the fabric of society. But Facebook says, Facebook was a very different company back then. Really? You mean less evil and less destroying the fabric of the society less back then? Because in a statement addressing concerns that its tools have contributed to the downfall of society, Facebook said it had grown and changed since the former VP, Chamath Palihapitiya, I don't know how to pronounce that, had left the company. In a November discussion at the Stanford Graduate School of Business, the former vice president indicated he felt guilty over his role in heading a company which has aided the destruction of society. This is the vice president of Facebook, the ex-vice president of Facebook. The short-term, dopamine-driven feedback loops we've created are destroying how society works, he said, pointing out to the insatiable need for hearts, likes, and thumb-ups. Incredible. No civil discourse, no cooperation, misinformation, mistruth. And it's not an American problem. This is not about Russian ads. This is a global problem, the venture capitalist and ex-vice president of Facebook noted. This is a global problem. That's what we're dealing with. And imagine taking that to the extreme, where bad actors can now manipulate large swaths of people to do anything you want. It's just a really, really bad state of affairs. Now, I'm going to play that clip for you right now, but I'm going to pull it up so you can see this gentleman and true patriot who is speaking out against the disgusting CIA book, which was funded by In-Q-Tel, and I covered that about 4 years ago, also on Radio Bravery. But let's go ahead and play this clip right here.
I want to bring us back to the point that you were making about exploiting consumer behavior in a consumer internet business. You said that this is a time for soul searching in social media businesses, and you were part of building the largest one. What soul searching are you doing right now on that?
I feel tremendous guilt.
Good for you.
I think we all knew in the back of our minds, even though we feigned this whole line of like there probably aren't any really bad unintended consequences. I think in the back, deep recesses of our minds, we kind of knew something bad could happen. But I think the way we defined it was not like this. It literally is a point now where I think we have created tools that are ripping apart the social fabric of how society works.
Wow.
That is truly where we are.
It's incredible.
And I would encourage all of you as the future leaders of the world to really internalize how important this is.
Yes, absolutely.
If you feed the beast, that beast will destroy you.
Yes, absolutely.
If you push back on it, we have a chance to control it and rein it in.
Yes, thank
and
you.
It is
wow.
a point in time where people need to hard break from some of these tools.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
the things that you rely on.
Thank you.
The short-term dopamine-driven feedback loops that we have created are destroying how society works.
Yes, absolutely.
No civil discourse, no cooperation, misinformation, mistruth. And it's not an American
fake
problem.
news.
This is not about Russian ads. This is a global problem. So we are in a really bad state of affairs right now, in my opinion. It is eroding the core foundations of how people behave by and between each other. And I don't have a good solution. You know, my solution is I just don't use these tools anymore.
Yes.
I haven't for years. It's created huge tension with my friends, huge tensions in my social circles. If you look at, like, you know, my Facebook feed, I've posted maybe 2 times in 7 years. 3 times, 5 times.
Good for you.
It's like it's less than 10. And it's weird. I guess I kind of just innately didn't want to get programmed. And so I just tuned it out. But I didn't.
Because he knew he was programming other people.
Now to see what's happening, it really bums me out. Like, think about, like, there were these examples where there was a hoax in WhatsApp where in some, like, village in India.
I'll just stop it right there. But that is an incredible news article there from Infowars.com. I am so proud of this guy for coming forward and warning people about the consequences of what he did, and he feels extreme guilt because of it. And that man is a true human being. That's what humans have, is they feel actual guilt when they're a good person. They feel actually guilty when they do something wrong to someone else that affects their lives, that is destroying the fabric of society. But Facebook is denying this. Oh, Shemuth. What do they say? Here's the company statement from Facebook.com. Shemuth has not been at Facebook for over 6 years. When Shemuth was at Facebook, we were focused on building new social media experiences and growing Facebook around the world. Facebook was a very different company back then. Oh, yeah, were ya? And as we have grown, we have realized how our responsibilities have grown too. We take our role very seriously, and we are working hard to improve. Oh, really? Improve your lies and, like, testing with negative news articles, fake news articles on people to see how they respond and see if they could make people depressed. Did you hear about that? Did you hear about how Facebook was trying to depress its users? Yeah, that's look it up. All right, let's. Nope. This is RadioBravery.com, and we don't have teleprompters here. We are live. Facebook. Let's look at this. Study. Using Facebook makes you feel depressed. New study links Facebook to depression. Let's see. Where's the Facebook? Oh, here we go. This is from Forbes.com. I'll pull it up for you so that you can see the evidence, because I don't want you to trust me. I want you to trust your gut and do your own research. This is from Forbes.com. Facebook manipulated 689,003 users' emotions for science. Yes, folks, but they're saying, oh, we were a different company back then. We were a different company, very different company back then, really. Well, what about this? Facebook manipulated 689,000 users' emotions for science. And when was this? 2010. And when was this? 6 years. So yeah, that was about the same time when they were a different company back then. Yeah, they were manipulating users' emotions for science. That's Forbes.com. You don't need to go to Forbes to see the truth, because as you can see, InfoWars has already got it, folks. So for everybody who says InfoWars is fake news, you are absolutely incorrect, and I feel sorry for you that you think that, because the proof is in the pudding. It's really not that hard to read between the lines. As long as you can read, then you can see the truth. Let's go to the next article here as we follow the headlines on Radio Bravery Live, youtube.com/RadioBravery. Again, I'm your host, Justin Belshaw. This is CBSNews.com, the healthiest and least healthy states in the U.S. I kind of just wanted to cover this to wake my fellow Oregonians up how low we are ranking, because we are not even in the top 10 of healthiest states. Yeah, number 1, Massachusetts, number 2, Hawaii, number 3, Vermont, number 4, Utah, number 5, Connecticut, number 6, Minnesota, number 7, Colorado, number 8, New Hampshire, number 9, Washington, number 10, New York. Those are the top 10 healthiest states, supposedly. This is I'm trying to see. Oh, this is a 2017 annual report that looks at 35 different factors affecting people's health, including rates of smoking, obesity, physical inactivity, low birth weight, drug deaths, environmental conditions like air pollution, and the number of doctors, dentists, and mental health providers per 100,000 people in the state. Oregon does not even rank in the top 10. At least we're not in the 10 least healthy states, which are Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Alabama, West Virginia, Tennessee, South Carolina, Oklahoma, Kentucky, and Georgia. But still, I would like to see us move a little higher up than that. But I do live in Portland, Oregon, where I believe we have the highest amount of bars per capita here in our area, or pubs at least. But yeah, everyone drinks here in this city, so that doesn't help. And then now we've legalized weed, and everyone smokes weed as well, so I'm sure that doesn't help as well. But yeah, we do not even touch the top 10 for healthiest states here in Oregon, so that's pretty unfortunate. But let's jump to this next article, also from Infowars.com. Flashback: Trump rejects appearance on gross Chelsea Handler show. There's a picture of the gross Chelsea Handler with really gross Hillary Clinton. Ugh, those two women together. Oh my, ew. A tweet from 2012. I love Donald Trump's tweets. They're one of my favorite things to see in the whole world. A tweet from 2012 reveals Donald Trump once rejected an invitation to appear on comedian Chelsea Handler's E! Network TV show, providing a motive for her recent anti-Trump outbursts. In a short November 19, 2012 tweet, the then future president of the United States refused to appear on Handler's gross Chelsea Lately show. He says, at Chelsea Handler, stop calling my office for me to do your rather gross show. I have less interest in you than Andre. Oh, I love it. Stop calling my office, you gross, disgusting demon. Oh man, I love it. I love it. We got Chelsea Handler attacking Sarah Huckabee Sanders. She's a total loser. Her show is failing. She's a crybaby, crying over Hillary losing an election. Temper tantrum. Oh, shut the hell up, Chelsea Handler. Just go ahead and let your ratings drop to 0. No one gives a shit about your show, so just shut up and, as Terrence Williams says, go to bed. Oh man, this lady is such a loser. Now, lastly, on this edition of Radio Bravery Live, again, thank you for joining me on this special Christmas edition. We're going to be doing Christmas edition all month. Got the tree, got the bell shot clock, got the USA logo, got the pine cone, classical liberal behind me, and of course the American flag, because we are America first here, make America great again, and we are draining the swamp. But the last thing I'm going to cover here is Sibel Edmonds came to Austin, Texas. The movie The Translator was about Sibel Edmonds. She is the most incredible whistleblower, beautiful woman, extremely intelligent.
JakeLoydForEnforce.com. We're going to go and hop on
was on the Alex Jones show the other day, commending InfoWars for always breaking news and helping her, give her a platform. But here's Sibel Edmonds
he's a
talking
very
in
pro-charter,
public.
politically motivated guy, and he's always refused to take any sort of criticism of charter schools seriously.
When teachers file complaint, for example, we have had whistleblower teachers, usually they are apt to go to this department to file their complaint.
Teachers probably are coming to this Texas Education Agency to try to get something resolved about whatever's going on in their school.
For example, with the NWACP, did they mainly file it here? Their request of investigations and stopping these charter schools, or was it the governor's office?
I don't know where the NAAC has filed that, the NAACP. I imagine it's with the governor in the state of Texas, and it's probably come down to this office here.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Sorry. Now, you know the voucher system that is a big debate, it's a big issue. Okay, why can't we have the voucher system if they can have the charter schools?
Well, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick would love to have a voucher system because it would allow more schools to open.
Give all the money to the terrorists, but not the parents. That's what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Question.
I don't have a good answer for that.
Of course you don't.
Thanks. So, let's see who we find.
So he wants to hide from us in here.
Yeah.
Which, how many?
This guy is a world champion desk hider. He is really good at hiding under his desk.
A world-renowned coward.
Yeah.
So who are we going to go try to talk to?
We're going to go see if we can speak with the Commissioner of Education for the state of Texas, Mike Morath, who's in this building at the Texas Education Agency.
All right.
Mike Morath.
I'm going to jump ahead to Sibel Edmonds here.
The public tax
We
dollars.
looked into what we had jurisdiction over, and we shared the information on the
So it
things that we
really
did
wasn't
not.
a full investigation.
We looked into what we had jurisdiction
Well,
over,
how
but
about
then-
this? You know, we have some teachers, and these are good teachers. I'm not saying these are not good teachers, but they have come to us. They have families in Turkey. They're from Turkey, and they are afraid of becoming, going public because their lives and their families' lives being threatened in Turkey. And they have documented information on how we give the money as, taxpayers and the education department in every state. And even though their salaries on the paper show, like, let's say $3,000 a month, the organization forces them to write half of it with their own checks to various international NGOs that are operated by Fethullah Gulen.
Okay.
And that's the part that we
This
have
is
been
Fethullah
very troubled by. And I
Gulen,
wanted to know if that has been filed. because we came down from Oregon, our news organization. We
Oh,
have a
understand.
great news organization here in
And
Texas
most
with
of us are here
InfoWars.
from Texas.
Yes.
I'm from Texas.
And these are all constituents
Texans
here.
here.
These are all the active
Well,
Texans there.
those are new allegations that I've not heard. So if you have any information on that,
Yes, we
I
do.
think,
Sir, we do. We
You know,
do.
let
I'd
me
be
hand
happy.
you a copy of this documentary that I made about the Gulen
Okay.
schools in Texas.
Well, this
it's called
isn't
Killing
really
Ed.
a formal allegation.
No, it's
This
not
is
a
just
formal. It's for you to know.
Oh,
who
yeah,
who-
we just
you
wanted
say
to-
you say
For
you're
you to
not
do
aware
your
of
own
them.
research,
I
you
want you to be
idiot.
aware of
No,
them
I'd
because
be
you're
happy-
working for
be happy to
all
take
of
a
our
look at
schools
this.
in Texas.
All of them.
And you need to be really aware of this particular group and what they're doing with our tax dollars. You're responsible for that.
I understand that. I'll take a
And,
look at this.
Yeah.
I'm happy to take a look at this.
We'd love to talk to Commissioner Morath. Where is he today?
He's not in the office.
Of
course he's
I
not.
think we notified you of that.
Sibel,
when y'all initially
We actually kept calling the office at least 3 times,
we
and
had who's with
Newsbud.
Newsbud.
yes, that's me.
Yeah, we
You're the little
responded to the emails that we got that said
I
that the
know,
commissioner was
but we
not
kept
going to be
asking
here.
why, and they said, no, we're not going to give interviews. We said, well, this is a very important topic for the public here, for all the parents, the children who are attending schools, and there's so much interest. We provided interviews to various outlets, including InfoWars, and there were, the calls were pouring in saying, well, what is Congress is doing in Texas? What is the Department of Education doing?
Yeah,
and we
what are
said,
you
well,
doing?
We kept calling and
What
calling,
are you
and they didn't
doing?
give us an appointment. And we wanted to know, well, it's a very important subject matter, and why we were rejected.
What Sibel Edmonds
And-
is
and
talking
they're
about
much bigger
here
outlet
is
than
about the
yours.
Gulen network that funds terrorism. They are connected to ISIS, and they are connected to the Muslim Brotherhood and other organizations like that are terrorist organizations, and they are running all of the Islamic charter schools. They get taxpayer money, and they have hundreds of charter schools across our country that are taxpayer funded, that is having Islamic indoctrination in our schools, and taxpayers are paying for this for a terrorist network group, the Gulen Network. Now, you need to do your own research on this. I am going to do a special report on this as well, and I'm hoping to get an interview with Sibel Edmonds here soon as well, because Newsbud, I believe, is out of Oregon, so I'll be continuing to follow that and see where I can get. But Sibel Edmonds is one of the most incredibly intelligent and articulate whistleblowers to ever come out. And I'm so excited to see her partnering with InfoWars and putting the pressure on the Department of Education there in Texas. But we need to do this all across our country, and we need to make sure that there are no terrorist organizations connected to our public schools or charter schools ever. It is disgusting, it is un-American, and it is, if the people found out, they would not stand for it. So it's absolutely absurd. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've got to say about that. This was Radio Bravery Live. Again, it is Wednesday, December 13th, 2017. The website is youtube.com/RadioBravery. I'm your host, Justin Belshaw of the Belshaw family, established 1952. And I will be here live every day covering breaking news and bringing you knowledge to empower you. Thank you so much for joining me. I absolutely love you, and I support you, and I want you to be free and happy and grateful and blessed this Christmas season. So thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe today, youtube.com/RadioBravery, facebook.com/RadioBravery. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram @RadioBravery, and also check out the beta site, which I've been updating daily, radiobravery.wixsite.com/news. And I don't think you're crazy. I think you should know too much. Thank you so much. This is Radio Bravery Live.